In this video, we learn how to manually delete control points from a curve in Rhino, a helpful workflow when you want to simplify a curve or remove unnecessary edits. Step 1. Select the curve. Start by selecting the curve whose control points you want to modify. In Rhino, selecting a curve will automatically display its control points. There's no need to run a separate command like points on. Step 2. Select the control point to delete. Now, click the control point you want to delete. You can select multiple control points by holding Shift and clicking on more points. Step 3. Press delete. Once the desired control points are selected, press the delete key on your keyboard. The points will be removed and the curve will update immediately. Tips use this to simplify a curve. Removing control points is a great way to clean up a curve that's become overworked or unnecessarily complex. It can help restore smoother flow and reduce irregularity. Be cautious. This permanently alters curve shape. Once a point is deleted, the curve reshapes to adapt, but you can't undo the shape unless you undo right away. So be careful when removing points on critical geometry. That's how you remove control points in Rhino, a manual but effective way to simplify and refine your curve editing workflow. Now, we'll dive into the rebuild curve command in Rhino, a powerful tool that lets you change the internal structure of a curve by redefining its number of control points and degree of smoothness while keeping its general shape intact. Step 1. Accessing the command. First, select the curve you want to rebuild. Then type rebuild into the command line and press enter. This will open the rebuild options window, the heart of this tool. Step 2. Exploring the rebuild dialog box. Let's go through the settings inside this window one by one to understand what each option does and how it affects the rebuild curve. Point count. This controls the total number of control points the rebuild curve will have. A higher count gives you more detail and flexibility, while a lower count simplifies the curve. For example, increasing the control points adds details to a curve but makes it hard to maintain smooth continuity when control points are moved. Degree. The degree defines the curve's mathematical smoothness. Degree 1 creates straight line segments, basically a polyline. Degree 2 is a curve like circle and ellipse. Degree 3 gives you smooth, commonly used curves for design. Degree 5 or higher results in very fluid organic shapes. Use the degree that fits your modeling intent. Architectural forms tend to use 3, while product design or animation paths may need higher degrees. Delete input. This checkbox determines whether the original curve is replaced by the rebuilt one. If checked, like it is here, Rhino deletes the original. If unchecked, both the original and rebuilt curve will appear in the model. Create new object on current layer. If this is enabled, the rebuilt curve will appear on the currently active layer, even if the original was on a different one. Useful when organizing geometry by color, purpose, or workflow layers. Preserve and tangent directions. This helps maintain the direction of the curve ends, making sure that the rebuilt curve flows in the same orientation at both ends. This is helpful for continuity when curves are used in lofts or surface generation. Make sub-D friendly. This is for workflows involving subdivision surfaces, sub-D. Checking this ensures that the rebuilt curve is optimized for sub-D friendly control structures, useful in organic modeling and smooth surface generation. Select master curve. This option allows you to choose another curve as a reference, so your rebuild matches that curve's point structure. Useful when preparing multiple curves for lofting or other modeling operations that require matching spans. Span count, read only. This shows the number of spans between control points. It updates automatically based on your point count and degree. Maximum deviation, read only. This tells you how far the rebuilt curve deviates from the original. Lower deviation means the shape is very close. If the number is high, it means the rebuild may have altered the form too much. So use preview to check. Step 3. Preview and finalize. Once you've entered the desired point count and degree, click preview to see the changes before committing. If you're happy with the result, click OK to finalize the rebuild curve. That's the rebuild curve command in Rhino, one of the most important tools for optimizing, simplifying, and preparing your curves for modeling. Now, we'll learn how to use the explode command in Rhino, a tool used to break down composite geometry into its individual parts so you can edit, analyze, or repurpose them independently. Step 1. Accessing the command. To begin, select the object you want to explode. This could be a polyline, a joint curve, or a polysurface. Then type explode into the command line and press enter. Alternatively, you can access it from the toolbar section by clicking on the explode icon. Step 2. Observing the result. Rhino will immediately separate the object into its individual components. For example, a rectangle made from 4 joint lines will be exploded into 4 separate line segments. Tips. What can be exploded? You can use explode on various types of geometry. For example, joint curves become individual segments. Polylines break into individual straight segments. Polysurfaces explode polysurface into its constituent parts or individual surfaces. When to explode and when not to. Exploding is useful when you need to edit just one part of a complex shape. However, be cautious. Exploded objects lose their relationship, so you'll need to rejoin them if you want to use them as a single unit again. That's the explode command, an essential tool when working with grouped or joint geometry, giving you full control over each part.